back in May, Carrie was badly injured in an attack at school by a boy. Now she has fully recovered and she and her new wife Debbie decide to throw a party to celebrate.
I'm so happy about this. Everything has turned out so much better for us than I ever dared to hope. Yes. In just 3 years we went from being among the most scorned people in this town to being among the most beloved. I still can't believe that people send me not only lots of get well soon cards, but also donations of money to help cover the costs of my medical bills. I think a lot of it came from us just showing ourselves to be loving people, much like themselves. I remember Mrs. Bentley telling me that when she began working at the Tuscany Tavern alongside me, Sandy and Jessica, she assumed we were all Christians. When she later learned we were all atheists, she said that was when it dawned on her that she had been misled about what atheists were like. If you don't believe in God, Lucy, what is the basis for your moral values? What motivates you to do good for others? Empathy. I look at another human being and see someone like myself. I don't need to fear being damned to hell or rewarded by going to heaven to know that when I see someone else suffering, I want to help them, or oppose evil done by harmful people. We live in reality and that's all we need. But she is still Catholic, though. Why cling to a religion you don't need anymore? I asked Bella Flowers about that over the summer. She said, I am Catholic because my whole family is also, and my loyalty is to my family, therefore to the religion they all follow. And I see no harm in something that brings us together. The important thing is that people respect us as we are, regardless of what their own religion may be. I certainly get along a lot better with Mrs. Bentley now than I did with my sister Victoria long ago. It is bigotry of all types that corrupts people's minds, not religion.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith, but the diagnosis is certain. Over the next few years, you will likely lose the ability to walk without assistance, and there is no telling yet what other disabilities may result. You must prepare to make some changes in your life.
Thank you, Dr. Drake. For now, we should keep this between us. My daughter and Carrie are about to throw a party, a long overdue wedding reception, and I don't want to ruin it with this sort of bad news.
I understand. The day of the party arrives and people begin to gather at the Tuscany Tavern in anticipation of the event. Mrs. Sims, I have good news and bad news for you.
Let's hear it.
My longtime boyfriend Charles has accepted my marriage proposal.
Congratulations.
But that means I will have to quit working here to move to Dallas to live with Charles. So this will be my last week here.
I wish you well, Michael. And I already have a possible replacement for you. Can you spend your last few days training her?
Sure. When will she be here?
Speak of the devil. I'm here to begin my training now. Jonathan and Tara, thanks for coming. Are you as excited as I am?
Indeed. This may well be the happiest day of my life.
For me, not so much. I sent a letter to my parents asking if they would meet me and Jonathan here. They did not reply. I guess I am no longer their daughter, as far as they are concerned. I was also rejected by my own family, so you should do what I did. Start a more loving family of your own. Inspired by your and Debbie's example, Eric and I have decided to get married as soon as we are both 18. That will be next year. So at what point did you decide he was the one for you? When he fought to stop his uncle from raping me. That proved he was loyal to me and therefore I would always be loyal to him. He and I complete each other. Welcome, Dale husband. Thanks for coming.
I am glad to be here. These days, I relish an excuse to get out of Fort Worth for a weekend.
Jack Watson, what are you doing here? You'd better not be drug dealing in this town. If you are, I will have to do my legal duty and arrest you.
Relax. I have given up that practice and only do legal work now. I am still lobbying to have drugs decriminalized, though. This is my boss, Steve Miller.
Jack and I are here to meet with Sandy Smith. Have you seen her?
Not yet. The party inside doesn't start for another 30 minutes. Let me call her. Mrs. Smith, Steve Miller and Jack Watson are outside the restaurant and they say they want to see you. Should I let them in? Yes, I am expecting them. I will be arriving soon. Welcome, Mrs. Hudson. It is great to see you and your family again. Well, some of them. Where are your husband Daniel and your son Matthew?
They both had other important matters to deal with, so they stayed in Los Angeles. We can still play for you, though. We just had to change the lineup of the band and can only play a limited number of songs.
So you are a musician too? You never played before? No, but I decided to help the Hudson family anyway, so Daniel the scientist taught me how to play bass. It's really easy. Mostly you just have to stand at the back and pluck one or two strings repeatedly.
Together, the bass and the drums form the rhythm section of the band. Drums can also be easy to learn, which is why I started drumming when I was a baby.
I'm glad your eyesight was completely restored. As for me, I hope in another decade or so surgical techniques will advance enough to undo the deterioration of my own vision. Why are you losing your vision, Suzanne? Because of a genetic defect I was born with. The connective tissue in my eyeballs is slowly breaking down, making my corneas, lenses, and retinas increasingly useless. Eventually, my natural eyes may have to be removed completely once they start to collapse. I was adopted, and I found out my own birth mother has the same condition I do, and she just had her eyes removed and now requires full-time care. Hey, sweetie. I'm on the clock now, so I can't spend much time with you tonight, but thanks for coming anyway.
Hey, I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Is everything going well?
Yes. At least no disasters yet. Mrs. Bentley is busy in the kitchen making lots of pizzas. We will bring them all out soon.
All right. Attention all partygoers. If you can hear me, raise one of your hands like this. All food and drinks will be on the house, but the offerings will be limited to pizzas and no alcohol will be served tonight.
No alcohol, even if I'm willing to pay for it.
It's her business, Jack, so she can make the rules as she pleases.
It was my daughter and Carrie's idea. They were intending to ban alcohol from their wedding reception even before they got married, so I am honoring their request now.
I understand. I just finished selling off most of my properties in and around Tulsa, and now the only property I have left is the nightclub Jack and I run. The one Rich had before me. It is the most profitable of all the business establishments I've ever owned. Carrie, I'd like to offer you and your wife a wedding gift.
This is a check for $1 million. Why?
To help pay for your remaining medical expenses. Or if that's not an issue now, use it to buy a new home for you and your wife. Or use it to pay for a college education.
Thank you, sir. Attention all partygoers. It's time to rock. We will now play our most recent hit, Comet Halley, a song that was originally put out by the European composer known as Stirling. Thanks for all of you for coming to this party. And now I have a happy announcement. In addition to this being a long overdue wedding reception for me and Debbie, it is also a wedding in itself. For my Uncle Jonathan and his love partner, Tara Conlon, who is also one of my best friends. Reverend Denton, will you do the honors? Of course. Jonathan Sims, do you take Tara Conlon to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and honor for all the days of your life, in health or sickness, in wealth or poverty, forsaking all others, until death parts you? Tara Conlon, do you take Jonathan Sims to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and honor for all the days of your life, in health or sickness, in wealth or poverty, forsaking all others, until death parts you? I do. Then by the power vested in me by the Unitarian Universalist Association, I now pronounce you partners in marriage. You may now kiss. From this day forward, Tara Conlon is no more. I will be known as Tara Sims. I am proud to be a member of one of the most loving and beautiful families in the world.
I can testify to exactly that, based on my own experience marrying into this family also after my family rejected me. I am honored you chose us and you are my sister now.
This is so wonderful. I can only hope the love we all share will last forever, Carrie. Me too. I certainly have no regrets being with you, Debbie. You are my everything.